sometimes I think we forget how bad it is for some people and how much they struggle. We're just here to help and support. We're not here to judge anybody. We've all got our own issues, our own things going on. It's just nice sometimes to talk through it and somebody else listen.
Welcome to the Life at Next podcast.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm good. So, Ferzana, do you want to introduce yourself, what part of the business you're in, what you do?
Yeah, so I'm Ferzana and I work as a PA in product operations. So I've been there for 6 years now. And previously to that, I was in children's wear.
Yeah.
And in total, I've been with the business for 33 years.
Whoa,
Yes.
that is a chunk of time. That is a big amount of time.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the highest the longest serving people we've had on, actually.
Really?
Close to.
Wow.
I think we've had someone who's done 30, but I think from memory, you're probably the first one who's done over it. But so everyone's going to be thinking, what's kept you here this long?
Well, I've moved around quite a bit. So I think that helps, having a change every now and again.
Agree.
Yeah. A new start in a different department. Yeah, so I've worked in product, worked in online, in the call centre with, I was a PA for Matt Hallam for a while. And then went back to children's wear for a bit more and then moved over to product operations.
And what is product operations?
So we look after the operation side of products. So basically we help with getting the sale sorted, helping with moving stock around, bringing on new partners. So like, for example, Fat Face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And trying to think, Jules.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one. So, so they look after TP partners as well. So it's quite involved.
So everything involved in product that's not really about the actual, the product itself.
That's right.
Which is also a really important part of the business.
Absolutely.
Really important. Yeah. And why, I guess you must, to be here for 33 years, you must enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy it.
Yeah.
And the people are lovely.
Yeah.
And I really love working for Next and what it stands for. And and I think that's a big part. And I've got a good work and home life balance, which makes it 100% better.
Which is good for your well-being.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is one of the other things as well, isn't it? That you do it Next. You're a mental. Is it a mental well-being first aider or a well-being first? What you describe it?
It's a mental health first aider.
Mental health first aider. Yeah. And what's that entail then? Because some people might be like, oh, okay, are you patching people up, like what?
No, not quite. So basically, a mental health first aider at work is somebody you can approach to just get some help and advice, or just meet up for a chat for any time you find things are going not quite right, or you just need a bit of help. I think on the little cards we give out, it does actually say for life's ups and downs.
Which we all have.
Oh, absolutely.
We all have, don't we? Like we were just saying before we pressed record that, it doesn't matter who it is. I guarantee everyone's got something going on.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't matter how big or small to that person. If it's impacting the way they feel, it's still significant. I mean, that's the way I look at it, you know. But I imagine, do a lot of people then reach out? Is it? Do you see the value in it? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
definitely. And people reach out to you in different ways. They might send you a chat. They might send you an email, and then you meet with the individual, and then you'll just do check-ins with them. Just even if you can't meet face to face, you'll just send them a chat or an email just saying how you're doing this week. How did you get on? If they've gone somewhere to get some further help and advice. Yeah. How are you getting on with that? And it's just having somebody they can confide in. So, you know, we're a support. We're not here to judge anybody. We're just here to offer support and just ensure the well-being is there of that individual.
And you made a really good point there. It's almost like that initial contact, isn't it?
Yeah.
To then go and offer or showcase where people might be able to go.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's quite, am I right in saying that you're not there analysing and purposely advising on things? It's more to then send people down a certain path. Is that right?
Yeah. So we signpost them to different tools, basically. That's what you want to call them. So you might say, I think it'd be really good if you spoke to somebody, a professional who can help and give you the right sort of advice. And we have that available on our Digital Plus app.
Yeah, really good that, by the way.
Really good.
I love that. I love it. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Digital Plus.
So you can go on there and you can look at the profile of the individual and decide if that's the person you want to speak to and book in an appointment with them. And once you've discussed with them what it is that you're not quite happy with, they'll then, you know, work out a treatment plan with you.
Which is great.
Absolutely.
And that could literally start from someone reaching out to you or other mental health first aiders across the business.
Yeah. So when we say across the business as well, it's not just head office. No. It's not just the stores or online. It's the warehouse too. So it's the entire business.
Which is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
There's mental first aiders in all aspects of the business. So, you know, you can reach out to, you don't have, just because you work at head office, you don't have to reach out to somebody at head office. You might want to have a bit of distance and speak to somebody at the warehouse.
Great point, yeah. Someone you don't feel like you're going to bump into on a regular basis,
Yeah, absolutely. So there's that availability there.
Yeah, and that's really good. And this isn't just a bunch of people getting together and going, we'll do this, is it either? Is Next supported with this?
Yes. So it was a case of volunteering yourself. They were looking for mental health first aiders throughout the business. I read up about it and I thought, wow, this is something I'm interested in. So I said at the time I was on Children's Wear, I'd very much like to be a mental health first aider. And so did two of my other colleagues in Children's Wear at the time. And we were put forward for training. And it was really brilliant, the training. And since we've had a refresher.
Wicked. Important.
So it's so important because there's new things coming on board all the time, and you need to understand what your role is as a mental health first aider and how far it goes and where you stop.
Yeah. Is that quite hard actually, especially if someone's come into something that maybe connects with you on quite a personal level? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Right.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I've not had a case yet where I've thought, oh, blimey, this is going a bit, it's too much or anything. No.
Do they, could it be anything? Could it be work related, home related, just anything?
It can be anything. It can be anything from bereavement to them having some money issues. Or it could be they're not getting on with their colleagues.
Right, okay. And just want someone to talk it through.
What is it they can do? Or is it something somebody else can help? Sometimes it'll be their manager might get in touch and say, have you got a few minutes just to have a chat with this individual? I think they're struggling a bit. But I don't think I'm the right person they want to talk to.
That's good. I never looked at it like that either. Yeah.
I think it'd be better if they had a chat with a mental health first aider. So there's that side.
And is it hard balancing that between the job, or is it is it just something that you're quite passionate about that really it's not really a thing?
No, I don't find it difficult to balance. No. I'm quite passionate about it, and I really do enjoy helping people. So I'll always make time. I always tend to work around the person who's asking rather than working it around my diary.
Yeah.
The department I work in with Sarah, she's brilliant. I'll say to her, I'm just having a chat with her, and she's like, yeah, absolutely fine, no
that's
problem.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I'll just say I'll be away from my desk for, fine. She's never once said, no, like, I need you here, kind of thing.
Because that'd make it awkward for you then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, she really supports it 100%. And we tend to have chats anyway, about how it's going, what we've got on offer, what's new, or if there's anybody, we may think's struggling, just trying to help them in any way we can.
I suppose because you've had that training as well, and you've got the extra knowledge of the signposting, that's good then as well for your team, isn't it? Yes. Because you can maybe pick up on things from people to be like, so-and-so's a bit more quieter than they usually are, or maybe they're a bit more, me, I can sometimes get a bit more like snappier with my answers, and I'm like, oh, hang on, Matt, bring it back, rein it in. So if you've been on that training and skilled up, I guess is it easier to identify?
I'd say so. Yeah, and you just need to go up to that individual and just say, "How are you? Are you okay?"
Yeah,
and then it just starts.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and I think one of the things I always learned was asking them once, but then properly asking them like again, but maybe in a slightly different way. Because a lot of people, even if I'm feeling a bit down or not really with it, someone's like, okay, you're like, I'm fine. You just kind of brush it to a side.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because it's easy to say that, isn't it? But you're not really.
No. And then you kind of go, and then if someone asks you again, you're like, oh, I'm not. Or this is bothering me. Yeah.
And you just say, do you want to talk about it? We don't have to do it here. We can go off somewhere and just have a chat and let me know if I can support in any way.
And then when you do signpost, what kind of things are we signposting to? Because is there quite a large offering that, Wellbeing at Next have got as well?
Yeah. So we can signpost to them trying to get some help with maybe a counsellor, having one-to-one sessions, somebody who's actually qualified in that area.
Yeah.
And then they can talk through what it is. And as a business, we're really good. We would kind of help them out with so many sessions.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And so you can get that on the Digi app as well. Pick a counsellor on there, and they'll ring you back at a time that's convenient for you. You might want to do it when you've got home and you're on your own. They'll ring you back and they'll just chat through what it is. Then we've got Retail Trust. They're absolutely brilliant.
Good partner, them.
They are really good
partner.
And they've been going for so long, and they've been supporting so many people. And because they're called Retail Trust, people just assume they're for the retail side of the business, but they're not. They're for the entire business.
Oh, okay.
So anybody can contact them.
Yeah.
And they help with so many things. They have a criteria that they follow in terms of helping with monetary stuff. So, for example, if your fridge freezer broke down and you were in a difficult situation and you couldn't actually afford to buy one, they would have a look at what you were getting paid and how you were spending it. And then they would help if you qualified. There was a case where there was a family and they were struggling with heating. They were using candles, and they helped for so many months with their bills so they could have a nice, warm, cosy environment to go home to.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we forget as individuals how bad it is for some people and how much they struggle.
Yeah, and that's especially as well, you raise a really good point, especially around financial well-being.
Yeah.
That's something speaking with people like yourself or Claire Kershaw, who heads up the Wellbeing, who's so passionate, so knowledgeable about all of this, that the financial well-being seems to have come up more and more and more over the last 2 years with, prices going up and not coming back down and stuff like that. And I think that's, again, I know there's a whole heap of stuff from like, benefits that we offer, not as in tax benefits, but like discount codes, vouchers, and then the more kind of serious things around kind of like financial wellbeing support as well.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, that's really good. Because like you say, someone might just not really have been educated on the best way to use their money. Because you don't really they don't really teach you that in school, do they? They teach you maths, but they don't say, right, this is finance and this is how to, use your money correctly. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, so true. And, they don't say you actually need to budget.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Which I think, is definitely, if I cast my mind, a little bit of time ago now, but cast my mind back, that's something, if you get your head around that quite quickly, you're going to set yourself up for life pretty well. Yeah. But some people struggle with it.
Yeah, they do. And, they might, what they earn might just get them through that month.
Exactly,
and
as
then
well.
If your car's MOT's failed, that's another,
another chunk of money that they've not got. And then when you start bringing a family in and stuff like that, it can get, it, like you say, like your example, it's something that we could sometimes, like you said, some people do take for granted, really.
Yeah,
they
do.
They really do. Yeah, there are a lot of good. We were talking, weren't we, before we hit rolling the cameras around. Like there's EAP, financial wellbeing, like even the Thrive Wellbeing app as well.
Yeah.
All these services that the business and the wellbeing team have kind of built up that I guess you kind of keep.
Yeah, so we get refreshers, and in our meetings we get told, this is what they're doing now, this is what they're doing now. And we try and encourage like Aviva to come in on site.
Yeah.
So they can speak to, the staff face to face and say, this is what we can do. Because sometimes people don't always look online to try and find the information. And sometimes they might come in and just have a chat with somebody, like I said, like a stranger that doesn't really know them, and take something away.
Yeah, I think basically, I know in my role and part of what my team do in terms of like the communication side of things, we've learned, especially over the last year, you've got to send the messages out in so many different ways because people like to absorb it in different ways. Some people might want to watch this.
Yeah.
Some people might just want to look at a poster.
Yeah.
Other people might want to just chat and, have a
so true
coffee shop chat and be like, oh, did you know we do mental health first aiders?
Yeah.
But everyone can, so it's how do we inform people and educate people in all these different ways to make sure they get the information, because just saying, we've sent an email, even though that's really important and it goes to loads of people and they do open it, there's still those people that won't. So how do we get to those as well?
I know in my department I'm a bit I think over the top maybe sometimes. I just send them we have a group chat, so I just post things on there all the time. So if something's coming up like mental health, I'll go, don't forget this is on this week, and get yourself down there and go and see what's on offer. And even not just mental health, even Christmas, like I sent them all like an invite each saying, it's Christmas jumper day. Yeah. So they all know it's in the calendar. Let's do that.
People
raise
just
a
need
bit
a
money
nudge.
for charity.
Raise some money for charity as well, which is important. Which was good actually. It was good last year that we did that because we introduced like some. We were trialing some new like machines for contactless as well. So I'm hoping it's
worked. I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So last night on my way out, I thought, Christmas jumper done. Brilliant.
So easy,
So easy. I know. And honestly, we went out for lunch yesterday, came back, we were like, we need to get to reception now, just go and do our, donate our money. Yeah. It's so slick, so easy. Yeah. It saves you going through your purse or your wallet, trying to find those 2 £1 coins or whatever,
But no one has change anymore either.
They don't.
No one has change as well.
Absolutely not.
Even if I get actual cash out now, I don't know why, but I never really end up with change anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, God's sake. Like, and it goes too quick as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It does. It's scary.
Yeah,
It's scary
yeah.
how quick it goes when you're taking it out.
Definitely.
I mean, what's kind of, if someone's like watching this or thinking, oh, should I reach out to a mental health first aider?
Yeah.
January's tough. We all know it's tough.
Yeah.
Usually the weather's shocking.
Yeah.
Like what, and they're debating whether or not should. What advice would you give?
Yeah, just have a look and see whether there's somebody you want to speak to. If you're head office based, you want to speak to somebody in head office, there's so many people you can reach out to. Or if not, reach out to somebody else in a different part of the business and have a chat. We're just here to help and support. We're not here to judge anybody. We've all got our own issues, our own things going on. It's just nice sometimes to talk through it and somebody else listen. I always find that I just want to listen and not really react. Let people get it off their chest and say what they want to say before you actually say, oh, well, we can do this and do that. Sometimes people just want to chat to somebody.
Yeah.
To, somebody they don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody different, and just see what they've got to say and how they take that on board.
Yeah, no, I'd agree, and that's a big skill as well.
Yeah.
To just, especially if you're someone that's quite caring and supportive. I guess there's the urge sometimes to be like, oh, you could do this, but to just sit there and listen. Yeah, it is key. I appreciate that in a lot of people. And it's sometimes I don't even want people to. Sometimes I don't even want like advice. I just want
somebody to listen,
like sound off as well. Yeah, to be like, am I all right?
Right, yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm thinking straight here.
And 99% of the time you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you just need somebody to say, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that reassurance, isn't it?
Exactly.
Because I think you can get caught up in your own head a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Big time. I know. I mean, I think I've said it a couple of times on here. Like I am an overthinker, which in my role is quite useful because I think about all the detail and everything and this and this and this and this. But then more in my personal life, I probably overthink everything as well. Yeah. To the point where I'm like, oh, right, so I did that, I did this, and is this person all right with this? And I've not reached out to that person for a while, and oh, God, that happened. Is that okay? And before you know it, I've got myself tangled in a few knots. I got better at it. Yeah, I've got better at it. But overthinking for me is definitely one of them things that I don't see it as a hindrance anymore, though. No. Almost see it as like a thing I can use. Yeah. Like to better myself.
Yeah, and at least that's what you do as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just know that's normal. That's just part of your personality.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with it at all. No. Like it's just something that I've come to terms with. And I think the more mature you get, the older you get, the more accepting and understanding you become, and you're more open to speaking to other people about it. Yeah. And there's I found loads of people and you speak to someone and someone will be like, no way, I'm like that as well. And you're like, oh, are you?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And there's no right and wrong.
No, not with stuff like that. With stuff like that. I think you should embrace who you are and, use it for what you want to become as well. Yeah. Definitely for me.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as well, as you get older, I think you just tend to think, oh, well, it is what it is. Do you know? Rather than like beating yourself up about it.
Yeah.
You 100%. Kind of, yeah.
That is easy to do. That is easy to do. We're all guilty of overanalyzing, I think. Yeah. Definitely. And you don't need to. You don't need to.
Can I just quickly say something?
Yeah, you can.
So we've got this amazing new campaign for 2025. Starts on the 6th of Jan. Yeah. Dive into Wellbeing.
Wellbeing dive. It's 25. I do know it well.
You do know it well.
Yeah.
So we're kicking off with the first part of it is where we're doing stop and start. So it's like giving up some bad habits and starting new habits.
Oh, what are you giving up?
Wow, I'm not sure. Maybe sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one.
So I'm going to give it a go.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and start walking around the car park every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is about a mile?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you soon adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Adds to the steps. The second part of it, lots of prizes and competitions.
Good.
One based around Blue Monday.
Yeah.
So putting your colleagues or your friends forward at work. And there's lots of things to be won.
Yeah.
Then we go into about what support we have, or the mental health first aid support and retail trust. And there's a new company coming on board. For lots of people, it will help people who were looking to buy in a house.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah. And if they want to remortgage, lots of other things involved in that. It's all free help.
More financial, that.
More financial, yeah. And there was something else and it's completely gone out of mind. There was 4 things. But yeah, so anyway, it's a good start to the new year.
Yeah.
So there'll be lots of information going out to everyone. So yeah, just want everyone to make the most of it and participate.
Yeah, no, it's really, we always put a big focus as a brand, all year round, but we use January in particular because it can be, especially after Christmas, bit of a come down.
Yeah.
So yeah, we always use that time to kind of re-educate and re-inform and introduce some new things as well. So no, thanks for sharing. Check it out. Like there'll be loads of stuff for people internally.
Yeah.
And if you think do anything externally, we do.
We do. We do
a lot. We do a lot.
We're there to look after our staff's well-being.
Yeah.
And as a business, we are very invested.
We are. Great place to end.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.